You're yelling.
If I could have your attention here in the media center, we are now joined by Matt Kenseth, driver of the number 20 General Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Matt, no stranger here to Texas Motor Speedway and to Victory Lane here. What is it about this racetrack that you enjoy, and what are your thoughts going into the weekend?
Well, you enjoy it when you have a good car. So, I mean, I think we haven't done too well here in recent history, but before that, it's always been a good track for us. So I like the challenges of the different ends of the racetrack. They're a lot different, and the wore-out pavement. I think the low aero package is going to be different here. So I've always enjoyed the track.
We'll open the floor up to questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. We'll start here with Matt.
Matt Weaver, Racer.com. Between just being a good driver with a good team, is there anything that you notice out of Jimmie Johnson that makes him so good every time he comes to Texas?
You know, the biggest thing I notice about Jimmie is he's pretty good everywhere. It's not too much of a slouch anywhere that I can really think of. So really nothing stands out special to hear for him, really, to me. Oh, man, you broke the mic.
I guess I did. Better than the camera, though, right?
Yeah.
James Harris, WSB and Race Week. Matt, a lot of the drivers, your fellow drivers, have become fathers here in recent years. I know you being a father of two girls. Could you talk about how parenthood has changed you, both as a person and how it maybe has affected you as a driver as well?
I don't think it's affected me as a driver, really at all. I don't think that part. I don't think that part changes. I mean, as a person, a lot of things change. Obviously as they get older, and you do different things with them and all that. So, obviously it's been a lot of fun having the three little girls at home, and they get to come to the track sometimes and share your successes and failures with you, which is always more fun to have family there.
We'll go over next to Jerry.
Jerry Fraley, Dallas Morning News. Matt, majority of baseball players say when they go to spring training they got to scrape rust off, and it takes a while. Did the extra time off you had between this season and last season cause any more rust that you had to scrape off, even though it was only 2 weeks?
I didn't know the off season was any longer. That it was longer this year. Oh, no, I raced at Homestead. I don't think I'm very rusty. I think I'm all right. Yeah.
Brad Gilly, PRN, Sirius XM. Is this like the sweet spot of your schedule? I mean, you've always been great here. Bristol, you're the defending
I was just
winner.
thinking, not to interrupt you, but Kyle only raced a half a year last year, and he won a championship, so I don't think the rust thing holds any. Yeah, I was just got thinking about it. So I still got another couple months before I got to really run good, I guess. But no, I know what you're saying. But no, I don't think so.
Is this like the sweet spot of your schedule? Do you look at it that way? I mean, you won a bunch here, you won a bunch at Bristol, got Richmond, Kansas, Charlotte. I mean, all these places you've been to Victory Lane.
I don't know. I mean, it's really what have you done for me lately sport. It doesn't really matter if we won here 4 or 5 years ago or whatever it was. So you got to be able to perform every week. I think if you're going to be a contender for the championship, you got to run good everywhere. I don't think you really want to have any weak spots of the schedule. I mean, yeah, you can have a track or two, that's maybe not a great place you don't run good at. But I feel like when we've been at our best at JGR as a whole, I think they've been able to run good everywhere. For us in the 20, I think we've been able to run good at most places. There's some places I obviously, Sears Point and maybe a few of those that aren't real great tracks for me, obviously. But other than that, I think when we've been at our best, we've been pretty well rounded, and we've been able to win, short track races and, intermediate races as well. So I guess to answer your question, I don't look at this part of the schedule any better or worse than I looked at the last 4 weeks. Those have always been good tracks for us in the past too.
Go over to the right here to Daniel.
Daniel McFadden with NBC Sports. Will the new low downforce package allow for the kind of finishes that took place here, like in 2007 when you and Jimmie Johnson fought for the win at the end?
I hope not, because he beat me. So, I don't know. I've lost a couple close ones here. Jeff Burton beat me here once right toward the end, and Jimmy beat me right toward the end that one other race. So, I can't really predict what's going to happen, in the race. I mean, I think typically this has been a good racetrack. It's got a lot of character. It's got a lot of bumps. The track's real, abrasive, and the surface kind of wore out. So I mean, I think the track's always been pretty good, for passing, and you always hope that continues to get better with the rules changes.
Any additional questions for Matt? Matt, good luck this week, and
All
thanks
right,
for joining
thanks.
us today.